Hello friends and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions romhack edition. I was all set to sit down and get Ludo some levels with our B team. We got some level 17 guys that I wouldn't mind leveling up in a different way than our main party. However, you'll notice the last random battle spot on this map is from Chapter 2. Because Chapter 3 just had us going places we've already been and the maps don't update. So we're going to do at least a couple maps and get a grind spot open where we can figure out what to do about Luso's skills. So we're going to take the same characters we usually take. Slightly better gear now. And we gotta kill some chocobos off eventually. And we now hit the Grove Heights. Just slightly different than the map says. These are some humans. Deserters from the war. Looks like they want to kill us to get reward money. And to get pardoned for their AWOLness and to be sent home. Interestingly enough, the person they talk about killing is, in fact, Marquis Elmdor. He is rumored to be very dead. If we go into a tavern, there's a chapter called... there's a rumor entry called The Death of Marquis Limberry. But, I'm not sure we can believe every rumor we hear, right? What we can believe is that a bunch of idiots are going to try to kill us. I'm not a huge fan of that. If we had thief skills, I don't think anything is worth taking. Mithril guns, actually, on the chemists. They just started selling those. They are worth 15k a piece. Germanius boots are worth 10, but we bought a bunch of those. Fortunately or unfortunately, the squires here do not have the ridiculous flail weapons, which have a random damage chance and can do from from about half of what they should to about 1.5 times what they should. Squires are not immune to being hit in the face with swords or knives or whatever else you have. And chemists are not immune from being shot. We, however, are also not immune to being shot. It just takes a lot more to actually get through our brave. We are a pretty hardy bunch. That is almost unfair. That is a 65% chance to hit. Samurai with their two-handed weapons do a truckload of damage. And of course that squire is going to move out of the way of our black magic spells. Look at how much move we have. It's amazing. And, as usual, we move behind something, and swords happen. And followed off. Gun violence happens. Gun violence. It solves a lot of problems. Chemists who don't dodge are fun. Chemists who dodge are less fun. We're going to put this Thundara right on his face. It's not going to kill him, but it's going to do a bunch of damage. Note that Blade Guard works from behind. Blade Guard is very good. And it's gun violence time. Mustadio getting +2 damage on his gun makes him do a significant amount more damage. When he gets elemental guns, he will be a fantastic damage dealer. Unfortunately, when he gets elemental guns, someone else who uses guns will have elemental guns, and we can all be very sad about how that character is just so much better. We could have waited around for their corpses to pop and get treasure chests. We don't need it. We also got a free Mithra gun. Oren is not an idiot. He is in fact very smart, until he makes a very stupid mistake. But he won't do that for a very long time. Interesting how these things work out, huh? It is not for quiet complacence he was given the name of Thunder God. We are not the only ones who know something's going on. There are others on our side. Not in this shithole, though. Let's figure out what's going on in this town. By figure out, I mean enjoy the nonsense that is this city. Welcome to Yardrow. We're going to meet two of the stupidest skill sets ever. And there they are now. Rafa. Rafa in the original game just spelled R-A-F-A. And Marach, M-A-R-A-C-H, spelled M-A-L-A-C-H in the first game, or M-A-L-A-K. I think there are two spellings depending on the version. Other names are all changed as well. We're going to see what ridiculousness that these two are up to. It turns out someone burned down their village just to get at the two of them. She's been through some abuse. And they have ninjas. And summoners. Okay, this map. Boy, this map. Not sure how it's going to play out here. In the original version of this game, this map is sometimes auto-losable. Because everything is faster than Rafa, and everything can target Rafa, and things can status affect Rafa, and then we lose the game. And seems like they're doing that again here. That's cool. Can't remedy stop. Can't shoot that ninja. Awesome. Thanks, weird Geomancer secondary skill. Okay, so Rafa's ability. Sky Mantra. She targets a square. And then, in that pattern, shoots random magic attacks. It will randomly hit 7 times. In the first version of the game, it was up to 7 times. Which sometimes meant it would do 2. And it wouldn't hit anything, because there's not always stuff in there. And that's fun. You always love to see that happen. What we're really worried about is her dying right now. Thankfully, she has a bunch of white mage skills. Unfortunately, she is squishy and slow. Good news for us. We're going to drop a gigantic wad of damage on top of everything in there. Bad news is we're going to have a lot of damage dropped onto us. Mustadia does a lot of damage with guns. Thankfully, Rafa was not caught up in that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of damage coming at us. However, as everything in this game is a glass cannon right now, we're going to glass cannon it up. And we're going to see if we can hit. We can! And then we're going to miss a whole bunch because there's nothing there. It's all dead. And we killed Mustadio, but it's fine because the map ended. And he shouldn't have been standing there anyway. That's my story. We got a Shrieking to throw. Never seemed to really throw anything with my ninjas, but if I did, we'd have one. Grand Duke Barrington. Who is he? Who the hell knows? He's kind of an asshole, and that's all we care about. Seems like Barrington makes assassins. Her and her brother Algar are Galfinians, keeper of the sacred, terrible magic skills. Her skills and his skills are the exact same. Hers just deal, I think, light damage, and his deal darkness damage. Those are elementals. Just don't see many things use them. She, not so subtly hints at what he did to her. That poor frog. Rafa is now a guest. And we have enough time to do one more map. There will be multiple events at Riovanna's castle, and we can do all of that in one go. and not have to worry about a random encounter, which is what essentially the next map is. Meanwhile, though, in the chapel of Zeltenia Castle, we see Miss Avelia. Hello, assassins. Why, yes, it is yet another pointless delete map. It is like every delete map. Only in this one, the enemy's faster than we are. They are, however, terrible at their jobs. Delita, however... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, Delita, however, cannot one-shot them. However, he totally can. Meanwhile, Avelia is essentially unkillable again. And everything's dead. Congratulations, you win. Delete maps, aren't they hilarious? It's supposed to set up a little more about why Avelia actually trusts Delita as the story continues, because she has absolutely no reason to in the original version of this. Like, all he does is kidnap her, and then she's like, yay, maybe I do like you after all. Meanwhile, we're doing things too. They're not anything useful, but we're doing things. We're in the Yug Wood. It's very huge. It's the hugest wood. Everything's undead. Mustadio would be fantastic here for Seal Evil. Rafa comes along because, of course she does, why not? We see a bunch of ghosts. Ghosts of all kinds are not immune to swords. And they're not immune to being shot. Gun violence is an answer. And Rafa is... Boy, look at all this. There's no point in Protectia. Type mages are going to cast slow. Everything else is going to warp around and try to throw their souls at us. These are all magic attacks, by the way. They can, in fact, get past our incredible powers of bullshit, though. However, oh boy, everything's hasted. The biggest however here is that undead are weak to fire. Agris is not as good as Delita at murdering the face off of things. It's okay, though. That is a lot of damage. So is that. I think Ramza... Oh, Ramza does have Poach equipped. That's something I forgot about. Hey, Rafa is being useful. That was awesome. I'm glad I did that. Boy, that was hilarious. I'd really like to not lose this level because I'm an idiot. Seems like a bad way to lose the level. Seriously. Seriously. Thanks, Rafa, for doing stuff. The downside is I'm not. I think I can BS my way out of this, which is hilarious. I can. Oh, no, I think I lost... Oh, no, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did. Okay, so what we want to not do is whatever we just did. Because that was dumb. That was dumb of us. Also, yeah, you can accidentally murder your entire party by yourself. I would suggest not doing that. Okay, this time, we're not going to accidentally kill ourselves. We're going to kill the black mages before they murder us all, and we're going to kill the time mages before they murder us all. Thanks for moving us closer towards where we want to go. If they want to use melee range touches on us, I'm not going to complain. We just found a spear, and we found 400 damage to the back of a time mage. Now comes the boom. Kinda hope Aegis is not in the blast range of that. Yeah, Rafa is gonna be back on. Lol, you got one-shot duty. The best duty. I can Thundaga too. What a dick. One last black mage to take care of. Stop trying to be a dick. Can't do enough damage. Can't do enough damage. She can only rend 7 MP. Yeah, Rafa, if you could get out of there. I'm not going to be able to steal any cool items or anything, but we killed the evil, horrible black mages, and that's all that matters. Boy, are they dumb. Okay, next time we're going to get to some even more dumb fights in Riovanus. I will catch y'all there for the end of Chapter 3. Take it easy.